Hi, Leskew here. Well, how can your emotions affect concentration? Well, a lot of ways. So stay tuned, and I'm going to give you an overview in 5 minutes or less.
So organizations are facing one of the biggest challenges.
This is the scene. You're having a very important conversation with your team, but you feel really angry over a meeting from earlier today that had absolutely nothing to do with your team. Then you feel overwhelmed by your current meeting due to the lack of a performance on their current project. And it feels like the mountain of work is just piling up all over you and growing by the minute. Then you remember something that happened last week with someone on the team and you're not really paying attention. And then they ask you a question and you realize that you've missed a whole section of the meeting. They're sitting there looking at you, waiting for an answer, but you didn't even hear the question because you were consumed by your emotions. You try to get your focus back in the meeting, but it feels like you're 3 different places at once. The meeting from this morning, this meeting, and the conversation you had last week. Depending on your level of emotional awareness and emotional skill, you may or may not even realize this is happening. If one of these scenarios or many other similar ones happens to you, then you know what? You're not alone. This is really common behavior because dealing with our emotions can be really tough, and it takes skill and a lot of practice to be able to handle them skillfully. But the good news, as you develop your emotional muscles, you'll feel a greater degree of freedom from the events in your life. And situations that were once emotionally charged for you will have a whole lot of emotion left. That really helps you with your focus and your concentration for what you're doing in front of you at that particular time. Mindfulness is a really great tool in dealing with all emotions for a variety of reasons. But first of all, if our emotions are not too intense, then sometimes just naming them out loud or mentally, if there's other people around, can really help in lessening them. I've found that if a particular feeling arises due to something that's happening in a particular moment, then naming it, frustration, anger, boredom, can actually make it go away. And a few times I've laughed out loud because it feels so good to acknowledge how I feel. And the negative feelings leave almost instantly. Then I can go back to what I'm doing with improved concentration. Sometimes it's not that simple. So in this video, I want to summarize the different issues that we have that can affect emotions and really detract from the concentration that we already have. And I'm going to be doing a separate video on each one. So check out the cards in the link for this video for the playlist on improving concentration. So here's the list. Here it goes. First thing, long-term emotional issues. That's when you have the same feeling over a long period of time. Second thing, lack of awareness of how you feel in the moment. Third, when emotions become uncomfortable or even overwhelming, your mind will wander and you zone out. And then the fourth one is when your emotions indicate a belief that actually contradicts your goals and your intentions. So before we can reduce emotional issues that impair concentration, the first step is being mindful of our emotions. For example, being able to identify them. Depression, happiness, anger, hopefulness, grief, joy, boredom, pessimism, enthusiasm, and so many others. If the emotions are truly in the moment, when we identify them, they will dissipate very quickly, bringing us back to where we're at and leaving us able to concentrate. But if we're tapping into old emotional habits or emotions that have been suppressed for a long time, then they can be quite strong and last quite a long time, which I'm also going to cover in future videos. Many times, even when we're skilled at this, we might not want to admit our emotions. This still happens to me, and I've been practicing this for a very long time. But you know what? That's okay. Do your best. Keep at it. If you do that, you'll continue to improve. So, subscribe to this channel to get more videos on improving concentration as they are posted. I'll be explaining the factors that affect it and give you tips for improving it in the short term. Also, check out some of the other videos I've already posted. You can find them in the links in the cards to this video. They will help you in dealing with some of the other factors that affect concentration. And finally, I'm going to be doing an online course on developing concentration. So please stay tuned for that. I'll let you know when it's available. And please leave me your comments and leave me your questions, because I really want to answer them and help you out so that you can become more mindful, which is going to help you concentrate better. So if you want to learn more about this, please check out my website for developing skills in mindfulness and action for business professionals at theeagleinstitute.com. The link is in the cards for this video and in the notes below. Back concentration. Well, in a lot of tunes. So how can your emotions be a contradiction? Help your concentration. Contradiction. A lot of tunes can affect concentration.